everyone, I'm back for my Anchor Bay DVD update, video number 2. Sorry about the long delay in between part 1 and part 2. I actually tried to film part 2 right after part 1, and yeah, it was a little long. I couldn't really upload it, so I just pitched the whole thing and decided to start over. So I'll probably end up making at least another part 3. I still have quite a bit to talk about, so start off right away. Army of Darkness. Got the Bruce Campbell versus the Army of Darkness Boomstick edition. And yeah, this was pretty rare, I guess you can say. It was out of print for a while. Not sure if it's still as rare as it was. But this is a great edition. This is a 2-disc edition. It's got the theatrical cut and the director's cut, which has like the added scenes and stuff like that and the different ending. But really good movie. So really good. I'll definitely check it out if who hasn't seen Evil Dead, but I guess if you haven't, definitely check it out. Next one here is another rare out of print movie. It's Silent Night, Deadly Night, uncut and uncensored, and picked this up actually a few years ago at Best Buy. Haven't watched it, like first time I watched it is when I picked it up, and I actually really enjoy this. This has a lot of cut scenes that were put back into it, so really cool, really bloody, cool concept for like the killer that kind of witnessed his mom getting killed and stuff like that, and he goes a little crazy on Christmas when he sees Santa and stuff like that. So yeah, really cool. Definitely check it out. I think this is still out of print, so yeah, I don't know. If you can, definitely check that out. Next one we got here is Hatchet. Yeah, there's a lot of hype behind this movie when it first came out, so I definitely wanted to check it out. Picked it up, watched it, didn't care much for it actually. The story's kind of cool. The gore in it is actually really good. Kane Hodder plays the killer, which I think he does a great job. But everything else in this wasn't that great. The acting was, I don't know, wasn't the best. Just everything else I couldn't really get into. Definitely not really looking forward to Hatchet 2. I heard it's more or less the same. I even heard it's a little bit worse than the original Hatchet. But yeah, I wouldn't really necessarily recommend this unless you're interested in watching bloody kills and all that stuff. Next here we got is Halloween 25 Years of Terror, which is the 2-disc documentary here. We got the documentary there and bonus materials, which has different panel discussions, interviews with the different cast members through the Halloweens. Just a really great documentary. It has some convention footage from I'm not sure what convention it is, but yeah, just a really great movie. Actually like this a lot better than His Name is Jason documentary, but yeah, definitely worth picking up if you see it. I know last time I seen this it was really cheap actually, so definitely look into that. And then of course we got is the original Halloween. This is just the original, I think one of the original releases for Anchor Bay. And yeah, really good movie. Of course everyone's heard of Halloween, yeah, it's really great. Next one here is Behind the Mask, which is a movie I really got into. I really enjoyed this movie. Didn't think I'd enjoy it as much as I did, but it has a really cool story, a really cool slasher type story, where basically it takes part where killers like Freddy and Jason are real, and this killer here, I think his name's Leslie Vernon. Yeah, The Rise of Leslie Vernon. He kind of takes around a documentary crew, and he's a killer himself right here. And he kind of shows them, you know, his little tricks and, you know, his little skills and stuff into getting into people's houses and how he sets up traps and, you know, the different cliche things you see in horror movies. He kind of explains how it's done in here, like how, you know, the killer would catch up to you so fast, and or you know, different things like that. It's really enjoyable. Definitely worth checking out. Next one here we got is Laid to Rest, which is a really cool story also about a killer with a camcorder strapped to him, and he basically kind of filming his murders and everything like that, which, you know, I guess it's kind of been done before, like the perspective of the killer, but yeah, so it's nothing really new on that regard, but it's a pretty cool movie nonetheless. Of course, got this at a record store called The Beat Goes On, $5.99, but I think I got this in another movie for $8, so yeah, definitely worth it. Definitely check it out if you can. Next one here we got is Phenomenon, which is, you know, Dario Argento. Great movie, great atmosphere. Of course, you got is what's her name? Jennifer Connelly. That's it. I couldn't think of it, but yeah, she does a good job in this. Just a creepy, atmospheric. You know, just a great little movie to check out. Definitely not one of my favorite Argento movies. I'll show you one of his favorites, one of my favorites coming up. But really good movie, nonetheless. Next one we got here is A Card Player, which is also done by Dario Argento. Yeah, I don't remember much about this movie. Definitely, I wouldn't say it's one of his better ones. What I can remember, I don't remember much about it. Kind of forgot about a lot about it, actually. I'll definitely have to probably watch this again. But I don't know, the fact that I don't remember much about it, it's probably not a great thing. But yeah, that's The Card Player. So now my favorite one of Dario Argento's is obviously Dario Argento's Opera, which is, I don't know, the torture scenes in this, which I'm not really much for torture per se, but you know, it really well done in here. The killer is, you know, creepy and everything else, and the scenery. Now, you know, Dario Argento movies, I always talk about, you know, the scenery and the atmosphere, but it's very true with these type of movies. Like, it's very atmospheric, and the scenery is just amazing. And this is one of the movies that would, you know, I'd definitely be interested in Blu-ray. And just a great movie. This is one of my favorite, probably the favorite Dario Argento movies that I have. And the next one we got here is Dario Argento's Suspiria, which it's a good movie. The colors and everything else are, you know, just great, and the very dreamlike, this one, what I remember. And this is another movie that would be, you know, amazing on Blu-ray, I would think. But yeah, good movie. Definitely still like Opera better than this one, but yeah, still definitely worth having in your collection. The next one got here is His Name is Jason, which is, you know, everyone's probably heard of this one. It's the documentary on the Friday the 13th series, which not many people really got into. It's got the 2-disc here and the poster, which I won't take out. It's just basically the poster of the front. But not many people got into this documentary. I enjoyed it. There are different things I didn't really like about it, like the editing was kind of weird. How they cut the movie, like how they cut the documentary itself together was kind of weird. But yeah, the different interviews and the interviews with the different Jasons and the cast, and really insightful movie. Definitely check it out if you're a Friday the 13th fan. But yeah, it's, you know, I like to pop this in every once in a while. just to watch the different interviews and stuff like that. So definitely check that one out. Next one we got here is Dead Heat, which is a great little kind of like a buddy cop zombie movie. Of course, you got Trent Williams and Joe Piscopo, which were kind of big in the late 80s, maybe early 90s. Yeah, just a great movie. Got a little cameo of Vincent Price there, as you see there in the back. Great little movie, kind of a fun little black comedy kind of, you know, horror / cop movie. Definitely a cool movie. Definitely one to check out. Next one we got here is the special edition of Creepshow 2, which, you know, everyone's seen Creepshow 2. Great movie. I actually like Creepshow 2 better than the original Creepshow. Love the stories here. You got old Chief Woodenhead, you got the Raft, and you got the Hitchhiker. 3 great movies. And this is one of the first movies I remember seeing when I was really little on cable television. So it kind of has a sentimental side to it for me. Just the little tie-in cartoon story in between the 3 episodes is, I don't know, I just really like that comic style in that too. Very, very cool. Got a lot of special features on the back. You got a kind of like a Nightmares in Foam Rubber documentary on the effects. Got theatrical trailers, behind the scenes still gallery, storyboard art, different commentaries. Definitely a version worth checking out here. The next one we got here is Dead and Breakfast, which honestly the first time I saw this I wasn't into it at all. But I had a friend over one time and we decided to watch it again, and she kind of pointed out things to me that I didn't really notice the first time. And I don't know, this movie definitely grown on me. Like, it is low budget, and I don't know, some of the acting is kind of goofy, but I don't know, it's fun. You know, you watch it, I watched it a second and third time, and I really started to like it. It's really fun. There's kind of like a comedic, kind of a cowboy guy that kind of plays his guitar and kind of in between scenes, and I don't know, it's a fun movie. The movie you definitely have to watch to kind of understand, and you know, might have to watch it a few times to really, you know, get into it like I did, but definitely worth checking out, I think. And next one here we got is Lucio Fulci's Zombie, which everyone's, you know, probably seen also. This is the out of print version with the red box around it. Yeah, just a great, you know, Italian movie. Everyone's seen this. You know, has the famous scene with the zombie fighting the shark. Great effects. You know, with the zombie effects, like just on the front cover there. But yeah, you know, just a great movie overall. Definitely watch this. I say I definitely watch this at least once a year, usually around Christmas, or around Halloween, I should say, not Christmas. But yeah, it's one of my favorite picks. Okay, so I got a few more here, so I think I'll make a part 3 video. So yeah, so stay tuned for that.